Good afternoon. I'm Luc de Bernis. I'm a Senior Maternal Health Advisor at the United Nations Fund for Population, UNFPA.
I'm Abhay Bang. I work for an organization, Search, in India.
I'm Sue Mbaya. I work for World Vision as the Africa Director for Advocacy and Justice for Children.
I'm Tamara Cranen. I'm the Executive Director of Women and Population at the United Nations Foundation.
So we're here talking about MDGs, and it goes without saying each are, they're all very important. But if I could ask you, if you could just pick one MDG that you would, want to guarantee is met by 2015, could each of you say which one that would be?
I will take the MDG 5 because it's maternal and newborn mortality, but particularly maternal mortality. We are lag behind. It's a very difficult MDG to reach. Many countries are on track, which is a good news, but we have also a number of countries where we need to increase effort, both with domestic mobilization of finance, with political will, but also the international community has to support that very strongly. So this is our wish. This is a momentum. Now we can move. We know exactly what to do, but we need a great mobilization around maternal health and maternal mortality and morbidity.
I'll select MDG 4, reducing child mortality. In 1990, from 12 million child deaths, now we are down to 8 million. How do we go further down? Out of those 8 million, nearly half of the deaths occur amongst newborn babies. So first 28 days of life are the riskiest period in human life. Most of them never reach hospitals. They are too vulnerable, too fragile, too risky. So what we need is to bring out medical science from the walls of hospital and reach out where these babies are. And they are in the homes and huts in the villages in Africa and in Asia. So an approach called home-based newborn and child care that we have developed, it empowers village women to manage all problems of newborns and children, and they can reduce that child mortality. The public health science now knows enough as to what can be done, what needs to be done. Real question is of now program management, political will and resources as to how to do it on larger scale. Unless we do that, in 2015 we'll be ashamed. So if we do not want to feel ashamed, on the contrary, want to feel jubilant in 2015, let us start doing.
I'm passionate about MDG 4, saving our children's lives. I think for too many years, for too long, we haven't necessarily recognized children as citizens in their own right. Citizens to whom we have an equal responsibility as any other group of citizens. So our promises, to our children are not prominent and often not kept. And so the MDG that has to do with preventing children from dying, in my view, is a moral obligation, because we're talking about a group of citizens that often cannot do it for themselves, and we have the obligation, of undertaking on their behalf. I believe that our leaders need to come to terms with the fact that when we leave this wonderful city of New York and we go back, to countries where we have 20, countries that we have thousands and thousands of children dying, every single day. That's a moral disaster. It goes like this. Every single day, about 400 busloads of children die, and many of those deaths are preventable. It is not only a crisis, it's an indictment against us. It's an emergency that requires urgent attention. It's a global issue. It requires that we act at the global levels, at the national levels, at the local levels to ensure that our children don't die unnecessarily. So MDG 4 for me. Thank you.
So if one must pick an MDG, I would say that MDG 5 is critical to meeting all the other MDGs. We know that there are 215 million women globally who want family planning and reproductive services, and who can't get them. And we also know that there are nearly 358,000 maternal deaths every year. If we were to solve both of those problems, those would be our future mothers and caretakers, and they would make a huge difference in the well-being of our globe and in solving the other MDGs.